Delegates to the Adventure Travel World Summit have started arriving in the country. Among them is the President of Adventure Trade Travel Association, Utter Shannon Stowell. The Adventure Travel World Summit falls under the Adventure Trade Travel Association, which is being held for the first time in Africa and nowhere else but in our beautiful country, Namibia. For more on the summit, we are joined on the line by Utter President Shannon Stowell. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Well, good morning and thank you for having me.
Pre-summit traveling has started and you are out in the countryside now. Where exactly are you?
Well, this morning I'm still in Windhoek at the Olive Exclusive, but today we head out to Damaraland to the Wilderness Lodge.
Do you know what to expect once you are in Damaraland?
Well, you know, I've been to Damaraland once, and it was about a year and a half ago, and so I have a little sense of what we might experience, but then the second part of the trip is we're going to be going north to see the Himba tribe and more of the northern regions. So I'm very excited about both.
So what are your general impressions of the country thus far?
Well, I would say it is a very unique place due to the combination of culture and wildlife and the landscapes. Namibia is just an absolute gem of a location. I think that it offers a really special mix of those things to the international traveler. So my impression has been very positive.
So we have heard a lot about adventure and travel, but are these what the summit is all about, or what are the other issues that we are looking into here?
You know, the summit brings together 650 of the world's influencers from adventure travel. So buyers, suppliers, media, technologists, and others. And, you know, the issues that we focus on besides the buying and selling of adventure travel would include things like sustainability and responsibility. How do we look 50 years down the road and make sure that tourism is being done appropriately? So that'll be a big subject as well.
Namibia won the bid to host the summit because of its unspoiled nature and cultural diversity. How tough was the judging criteria?
Well, we have a very, very lengthy set of criteria that we require in order to host an Adventure Travel World Summit, and it has a whole range of things, from the ability to physically host such an event, to the supportiveness of the government, to the appropriateness and offering of adventure travel variety for the delegates. But then also there's some other things that are a little less tangible, such as how are the partnerships that we have in the country? Are there tour operators who are engaged in the industry? Do we feel like the destination has a lot of potential for all of these visitors? And then, you know, the most important thing that happens at the summit is that the delegates from the host destination are interacting with the international and sharing knowledge back and forth. So Namibia was the strong candidate for this.
It is the first time the event is being held in Africa. What are your aspirations for the summit?
Well, our goal, of course, is to help put Namibia in a stronger position on the map in the business of adventure travel globally. So that'll be one. Secondly, we hope that the communal conservancy concept is seen and experienced deeply by those delegates coming from around the world. We believe that Namibia is very unique in the sheer volume of this the spreading of this concept across the country. So the goal is that not only do the buyers and media and others bring their knowledge to Namibia, but that they learn from Namibia and take back to their different destinations that what they've seen here of how tourism can support wildlife, can support people. We know it's not perfect, that it can be a difficult, complicated system, but we believe it's an amazing model, and there's people coming from 60 countries from around the world to come see this in person.
What should the locals be prepared for in terms of income-generating projects that could spin off from this conference?
Well, honestly, it will depend on a lot on the locals. For those who are attending the summit, to build relationships with the people coming is going to be really critical. No good business opportunity comes easily, so nothing is guaranteed. The summit is kind of like setting up the stage or preparing the dance, but now it will be important that the locals who are involved, who have the guests staying at their hotels, going on their tours, that they engage and seek to build business with those international visitors. So I think that'll be the most critical piece, is for Namibians to engage and stay engaged with those who are visiting.
Do you find the local Namibians engaging the delegates at this point in time?
Well, from what I hear, that is the case. I believe at least 250 of the delegates are already on trips with different Namibian operators around the country, and more take off today. Our tour, for example, takes off today. So we know that it's growing, that contact, and then of course on the 26th we'll all be in Windhoek.
So what are you looking forward to on your stay here in Namibia, both personally and as the president? From the high level, I just hope that delegates that come in are able to really get beneath the skin of Namibia. We've come a long way, and I think due to the amount of time that people are going to spend here, my hope is that every single delegate comes and falls in love with the destination and puts it on their own business map, whether that's a media person, a journalist telling a story that they've learned here, or a buyer putting this into his or her catalogs. I just hope that the engagement is at a very deep level. That's of course what I would define as success for the summit. Okay. Well, we wish you the best for the summit. President of Adventure Trade Travel Association, Mr. Shannon Stowell. Many thanks for talking to us this morning.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me on, and we look forward to working with you.
Right.